Hello and welcome to the Worship Band Builder Podcast, where we are working with you to lay the foundation for skillful worship. I'm Eric Roberts, and this is my co-host, Emily Roberts.
Hello.
And today we are on to episode 4.1, because this week was a pretty big scare in basically the whole world with the coronavirus.
Yes.
And
so now everybody who has been dragging their feet about putting their services online, they're having to take the plunge.
Get online with your streaming. So today, our episode is really talking about how you're going to put your online streaming thing online for under $100 and have it look really good.
I think the key here is keeping it simple.
Keep it simple, keep the budget down, and deploy this thing right now.
We're going to do it on Facebook because Facebook is the simplest platform for this.
It's a simple platform. It's easy to deploy. It's hard to mess up Facebook Live. It really is hard to mess it up. You just push the button and it goes. Some of the other systems out there and hooking up computers and doing all the really legit live streaming stuff is very easy to mess up.
It can be more complicated.
It can be way complicated.
And everybody's already on Facebook, so that just makes it easier for them to find you.
Yeah. It's also really easy. That's just what we're doing.
And we're going to just record it right on your cell phone.
Yeah.
We don't have to have a fancy camera.
That's right. Guys, listen, this is the best episode for you all who are freaking out right now going, we have to spend thousands of dollars on all these things and set this up and get this stuff. No, you don't have to. And, I'm kind of one of those more simple guys anyway. I mean, well, the iPhone works good. Let's just use it.
Anymore, the iPhone can take just as good a picture.
Yeah, as a lot of cameras. I mean, in fact, all of my videos, not all of them, but a majority of them are done in this room with an iPhone. It's just really easy. And I have other cameras, and I have expensive cameras, and sometimes I just think it's so hard to get them set up and get them right and get them focused that I'll just grab my iPhone and make videos. And that's really what we're asking you guys to think about this week. Don't stress out about trying to do all this massive stuff, but just serve your community.
Use what you already have. Phone, Facebook, free.
Right. So what we want to do is in this video, we're going to tell you about lighting, we're going to tell you about audio, and we're going to show you how you can even do live music with no mixer, right in a room, how to set it up. And trust me, after all these years of video tutorials, I've kind of learned the sweet spot of where to put the mic and what mic to use. That's all in this video, and it's all in the description. All of the video stuff that I'm using, the mic that's hanging here, the lights that are up, everything you see, it's in the description, and you can deploy this method for, I think, under $100, probably way less than 100. And a
lot of pastors just breathed a big sigh of relief right there.
Yeah, okay, so you don't have to start a capital campaign to get this Facebook Live thing going. But I want to show you guys, if you just took your phone and stuck it on your desk and just turned it on with no lights and special video and none of this stuff, all this fancy, what it would look and sound like. So here's what it would look and sound like if you just went into your bedroom and did your Facebook Live. All right, so this is what we would sound like. And what we would look like if we just took our iPhone with no microphone, no special stuff, and we just stuck it up there, and we did it. It looked like this.
Okay. You can do it like this. But if you want to polish it a little bit, it doesn't have to be a great expense, and it doesn't have to be really difficult.
Right. So it can be easy. It's going to be under $100, and we're going to show you right now how to do it. All of the links are in the description, but we got to get it back. We got to get the better audio and the better lights back. So come on, wave.
All right. Wave the magic wand.
And okay, so now we're back. We have got a few elements, and they're really just two: light and audio. So you got your iPhone, your light, and your audio. So let's talk about your lighting. And this is really, really important. It's so important. These two elements, you have to nail them down. And you need what I call a key light, and what most people in the video world would call key light, and that's just one big light, and it's your main light. And so what I'm using is about a $40 Limo Studio softbox light, and it's right over here. It's about 45 degrees off to this angle, and you can see that it's kind of casting a light over here. That's my key light, and that's what I use. It's like about $40. And I have other lights around my studio, but this is the one I used for many years.
And this looks intimidating. It looks like professional photo equipment, but it's really not hard to use. I mean, you put the stand together, you plug it in.
Yeah, you put the stand together and you plug it in. It's right there. Then I also have some backlight. Something that made it like a little bit cooler is you can see behind me, I have these two little lights, and they're just basically like little tiny, oops, sorry, shine it right in her face. It's just a little light I got from like Walmart, and I put a little 40 watt, little 20 or 40 watt white, so it's soft white just going up there, and it just adds a little bit of drama to the back wall.
Gives the video some dimension.
Yeah, so you got a little bit of dimension. It kind of puts you off there, and if you see that your side of your face is dark, you can always take one more light and put it off to the other side. It's called a fill light, and you can get any little LED thing like this. You can get a little lamp from from the church or whatever. You can just stick it over off frame, turn it on, maybe put it behind something, so it's not just a bunch of, you're not shining direct light onto you. You want to use more of reflected and soft light.
All of this light conversation, this is a lot of nitpicking. So it would help if you have a detail person that you can partner with who can look at you in the video and say, yes, it looks dark, or or your face looks washed out, or whatever needs to be fixed.
Yeah. So, for example, if you were looking at this light, I mean, you can actually see her face, and you can see a little shadow on the side. If you have a friend, he can just stand over here, and he can just point this light over here, and he could just point
Move it around a little bit until I don't look shadowy.
Yeah. The other thing is, with your key light, if you move it around, or if I were to point this right at her, it would get really bright and could get gross.
I didn't do it, officer. I'm innocent.
So I use the light as a reflection. I'm using much more reflective light than dead on light. Even with some of my good lights, really expensive ones, I'll push them back further and move them around. So you're right, have somebody help you. Have somebody just set it up. And the other thing we didn't talk about is like we're sitting in a little 10 by 10 room, and we just kind of have just a basic background. I would say most of the pastors and guys who are thinking live stream, you're thinking maybe stage, or you're thinking about going and getting on the pulpit or the music stand, the center, the lectern, whatever you call
lectern.
it. I'm pulling out all the words.
Pulling out the stops there. Lectern, I like it.
So where you do it is important, and we're just doing this in a room. We're not doing this on a stage. It might be easier to do it. So do where you feel comfortable, but do it where the background is simple, the lighting is controllable. And
again, this is where your detail person is going to help, because they need to be able to tell you, hey, it looks like that thing on the wall is growing out of your head, or sitting on your shoulder or something. They can help you position, move things around so that there aren't any distractions as people are watching your video.
Right. Also, frame yourself, get right up. My camera is straight away, straight from, eye level. Eye level. Straight out there, eye level.
That's what we call that.
I'm reaching to you all on YouTube. It's straight away, it's eye level, straight over there, and it's about an arm and a half away. So it's not super far. You're not going to have it way out in the room, and you're going to be this little on the screen, right?
Right. We don't want to be tiny. We don't want a lot of extra blank space around the outside of us.
And in all my shooting of people and shooting of myself, which sounds weird, shooting video, and all my shooting of people around the world, I've noticed that if you just take your phone around and just look in different places until you find like, oh, that would look cool. Like your eye sees it one way, but if you look at your couch in the corner, you're like, oh, if I sat in the corner right there, I would have this like nice little thing by me and it would look cool. And then
until you look at it through your phone and realize maybe that isn't such a great spot to sit.
So I'd say maybe like take your phone around your house or your church and find a wall that looks good, find a little corner while you're looking through your camera of your phone and go like, oh, I want to do this. Then you go to lighting. Okay, we're going to put a light over here. It's usually like 45 degrees over there, point it up, sit there. Okay, now I need a little light on this side of my face. And then you're like, okay, that's about all it should take. That's it. A couple minutes.
It's kind of like girls in outfits.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's what I was thinking.
You don't really know if you look cute in an outfit until you see a picture of yourself in it.
Oh. Oh, that's good. Yeah, so you can take your boyfriend or your husband to the dressing room and you can say, do I look good? And we're like, I don't know. I mean, I think so. Let's see what everybody else thinks. All right, so we're going to move on.
Just tell her she looks beautiful in anything.
That's what I say. I just nod my head the whole time. Yes, this looks good. All right, so now we're going to go to audio, and we're going to geek out on audio. And I'm gonna geek out on the audio because I've got my favorite mics here. We're going to show you what it would sound like if we used this audio and sang a song, because you could do worship. Do it very simple. Don't be afraid to grab a guitar and your worship leader and put them right in the frame if you've got the right setup. So.
And again, this is inexpensive. We're using a simple setup here. Of course, there are all kinds of microphones and you can spend thousands of dollars on them. But this is affordable and it's effective.
Yeah, this is actually, I've spent a lot of money on microphones and a lot of time messing around my whole life. And in the video world that I've been in now, I mean, I found these little mics, these things are awesome. It's what we're using now. This is a Rode Video Micro, and this is like industry standard. All the YouTube guys are using it. You can stick it on your phone. This thing sounds amazing. Now, it's about $70, but I found this other one. It's called a Boya, and it's right up there. It looks exactly like this, like a ripoff of the Rode. Sounds, I think, even better, like a little hair better. And there are A/B tests you can do on these, but look, you're gonna buy the cheap one because it's only $30, and it actually has some like good stuff in the pack where you can plug it in easily and do some. So it's got some, I think, some even benefits over the Rode. But the Rode is sort of like the industry standard. It's this little mic, and what we have, this mic is right up in the frame. It's right here. It's as close to us as we can get it. It's not back there with the camera. It's like right here. It's, if I could move it down, you could just see it. It's sticking right there, and it's pointing right at our faces. So it's gonna pick up, instead of being all echoey like it would if we turned off the mic. Let's turn off the mic. All right, now we've got the mic off, and you're hearing what we would have if we were just using an iPhone. It's echoey, and it just sounds weird, and it's hard to hear. I mean, to hear what I'm really saying. So let's get the mic back on. All right, so now we've got the Rode Micro, or the Boya, the $30 mic up there, and it sounds great. The positioning is very important. I've got a little cable that makes it a little bit longer to reach there. Some little things. It's kind of like an outfit, right?
Oh.
It's like the earrings, you know?
Okay.
It's like the earrings of the outfit. I'm trying to go where she wants to go, you know, shopping.
Sure.
So let's talk about this. That's the way I would do it, and that's my thing. If you're not going to have multiple people, and you're just preaching, and that's okay too, I would say you could go with the Rode SmartLav. And the Rode SmartLav, this is not the Rode SmartLav, but it's very similar. It's basically a lav like you would have at your church. You're used to it, but it goes right into the smartphone, and it works really easy. This is a regular lav, and if you don't do this right, this is hard to plug into a smartphone. So if you're going to do a lav, you want to look down in the description and get the Rode SmartLav because it's made for smartphones. And the only thing that's bad, the good thing about that is it doesn't pick up a lot of room or any room at all. So you can really, it picks up your voice really good. You sound good. But if you're going to play anything else, if you're going to have somebody come with you, it gets awkward. So you don't hold it to them and that stuff. So this has worked for me. The basically the Rode above you, the little shotgun mic, the little mini shotgun, because you can do so much with it. It just picks up it's like putting your ear down to it. It just sounds good, and you can do stuff like pick up the guitar and you can play a song. Who am I that the highest king would welcome me? I was lost, but he brought me in his love for me. Oh, his love for me, whom the sun sets free. Oh, it's free indeed. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. So you can basically just go from talking or preaching to singing and one microphone. There's no need to like change out the mic or do any mixing. And you know, if you get it right, it sounds pretty good. It's not like the most perfect sound ever. It's not mixed, but that's the thing. It's easy. It's easy to do.
So we've covered lights, we've covered sound, we've covered room choice, and I think that you said the light was about $40 and the microphone was about $30. One
Yep.
thing we didn't mention was a tripod for the camera, and I believe that is around $15.
Right. So an Amazon basic tripod is $15, and you probably have that around. And then there's this little iPhone mount that I have, and I'll show that to you. You'll be able to see that in the video. You'll be able to see the video right now. I'll show it to you.
Aha!
So we've got a little iPhone mount there. And it just goes right on a basic tripod.
If I added that up right, we're at about $85.
$85 and you got money left for coffee.
So, I mean, you don't need to do this. You can just set your phone on the desk and start talking. But if you do these things, it can minimize some of the distractions. You know, the poor sound quality. If your audience can't hear you very well, they're going to have a hard time focusing and taking in what you're really saying. If they're just constantly distracted by your background or by some kind of grainy quality of the video, those things can impede your message. So this isn't a great expense and it isn't hard to do. You don't have to be a professional audiovisual guy or girl to do this. And you can minimize those distractions and hopefully help your audience focus on the message.
Yeah, and check this out. This is one thing about having just good audio. Let's say you just said, I'm gonna pay the $30 and get a little Boya microphone. People see with their ears, and that's something that's been discovered. Even if the video quality is low, let's say your outfit's a little dirty and the video is kind of stinky.
Really dirty and stinky.
If you got a dirty, stinky look, it's okay. If you have crisp, clean audio, people perceive a quality to that just by their ears. It's been proven.
Really?
So it's just the little things will make a difference. So let's say the video isn't great, or you think, whatever, but you got a little better audio. Every little thing you do, a little light over here, a little better audio, it's going to cause it to be a better quality. And, just in general, we don't want to go, our church is going to go live on Facebook, check it out, and then it just looks bad. Nobody wants that. Nobody's aiming for that. And the reason we want you to do this is so that, as we're going through these weeks of this mandated, nobody's meeting in these buildings and all this stuff, that you're kind of navigating this, you're saving money, you're serving your community, and you're putting out a product that people will find and go, wow, I enjoyed that and I was able to watch it. I think it just takes a little bit of finesse, and we wanted to show you just some of the cheap, easy ways to do it. That's what this is.
Okay. I think we covered it.
We covered it, and you always go to worshipbandbuilder.com. You can go there and actually click on Facebook live stream. We'll have some description links here because I'm putting a page together for you on the website, which Emily did not know about, but it'll have all the links and pictures of the things, and Amazon has all the stuff and can get to you if you're a Prime member within 2 days. So before Sunday, you can have all this stuff ordered, tested, and you can be shooting in basically high quality, high audio, nice light, and people are going to go like, hey man, that guy's got it all together. God bless you guys. We'll see you on the next episode.